We got an update for DC20. This is going to be a new update for the 0.5 alpha. I wanted to talk about this because it has to do with saves in DC20, having to fight for your life, all those saves that come down to the wire. I'm going to talk about what the current state is of saves, what we almost switched to, and then what we're actually switching to, and some exciting new things of what you're going to be able to do because of the new updates with how saves are going to be working. I think it's more streamlined, more efficient, more clear, and all the game design principles and philosophies of DC20 and are upheld in this way, and I'm just excited to share this with you guys. This is one of the little sneak peek updates. Depending on how well this video does is how many of these I'll do. I'm planning on doing an update video every single time for the full update, which will be a longer video, all that kind of stuff. So watch out for that. I am going to do those big full updates, but if these type of videos do well and y'all want to know like every time there's an official update that happens and I can make a video about it, cool, I can do that. Or if this doesn't do well, I'll just pack it all together in one big video. You can watch that one thing and we'll keep doing other stuff. Time out. I want to talk to you guys about something real quick. Some of the most comments that I get in live streams and video comments, questions on Discord, all over the place is the lore of DC20, the world and campaign setting of DC20. Yes, it is the thing. Yes, it's there. I have a whole bunch of stuff on it, but there's some things in that we have to do first before I release all of that. And there will be an entire Kickstarter in the future for the campaign setting, but I want to show you some stuff. And to do that, we got to go to the sponsor of this video, World Anvil, because a lot of the stuff in World Anvil is what has inspired and sparked a bunch of bits of creation for the lore and for the world of DC20's campaign setting. This is what the default dashboard looks like in World Anvil. No, it is not my custom one. That's off limits. But on the dashboard, even just right here is some of the things that sparked the most creation for it right off the bat. And you can also sort by type and see all of the different ones right here, all with drop downs. But thinking about the buildings in my world, what key iconic buildings, that was a really fun thought to have. And I try not to stay, and this is my tip for you guys too, don't stay in any of these too long. Kind of float around them and then keep going back and flesh them out more and more and more as you keep floating around. That's my favorite strategy to do this. Building, what cool iconic towers, a mage tower far off in the distance, a fortress baked into a mountainside, so many things there. Then you have characters, countries, what different countries and kingdoms are at your play? Are they at war? Where are they at located in the thing? We have maps also that you can use in here in World Anvil. Gods, deities, and religion, those two tied together, answering some questions about how prevalent is that in your world. And we're thinking about countries and where they are, and we also have geography of the actual world itself. Where's the mountains, landscapes, rivers, and stuff. I even mentioned mountains with buildings. It's all connected. Then you have items. What kind of legendary items are out in the world? Who has them? Good guys, bad guys, what? And this last one here of vehicles is really interesting. Got my mind going about how do you travel across water? How do you travel across air? Are there flying ships? How do they fly? Just going through here gives so much inspiration for building your world in World Anvil, hence the anvil in World Anvil. And a little bonus tip here, I love these advanced tools off to the side of secrets and little Dungeon Master only secrets and a to-do list because God knows I need some organization. All right, there you go. Lots of big stuff coming. Back to the video. Here's how saves are going to be working now. Currently, how saves work, and I want to kick it over to this nice little diagram that I have here in my Excel spreadsheet. Currently, in the game, there are 6 saving throws, right? Might and agility, physical, which is the higher of your 2 might and agility, intelligence, charisma, and then mental, which is the higher of your 2 mental saves, right? So a little bit of an overlap here. It's technically there's 4 saves, but then physical is the higher of the 2 and mental is the higher of the 2. There we go. This is what's going to be changed. So currently in the current iteration of the game, this is kind of what it looks like. If you wanted to try and talk about how many percentage of saves things would be, it would look kind of like this as far as percentage of what saves are going to be, the spread of saves. It would kind of look like this. As far as from a game design principle of building the game and having a balanced saves and all the stats matter and all that stuff, this was the initial goal of what the DC20 save system was going to be. So it's going to change, and I think I'm super excited to share, and I'm wildly excited even for all the things that this unlocks. So this was the current iteration. There was confusion in the 0.4 alpha about physical saves, because a physical save is a type of save, and it also is a category of save, which is confusing and something we're of course changing. Got some great feedback as far as like, wait a second. And it's actually unlocked more cool things because of that. So physical save is a category because physical saves are, might is a physical save, agility is a physical save because they are physical attributes. And then there's also a physical save, which is a physical save. And then that was confusing because then this, if you can see right here, this is the category of physical save, but then there's the 2 words, and that's just confusing, right? And then this was a category, it's like I planned this out, of mental, and that was just confusing. So the change was going to be that we just changed this back to fortitude, if you remember that, fortitude. If you remember that word, if you've been here for a long time, that used to be an attribute. But anyway, and then this would be changed to grit, right? And that would be kind of like, okay, there we go. And then we just add new words. That was going to be the direction we were going in, just to show the game design process in this exciting alpha time that we're in. But I think this just gets a little bit overwhelming, because now technically there's 8 saves now with might, agility, and fortitude. And then fortitude, what is really fortitude? And I just broke it. Okay, what is fortitude even? If these are standalone, do we need fortitude and grit? If we have 4 solid saves, do we need fortitude? It being the high end, do we need grit? And it also caused an unintended block in character creation, where in character creation, if so much of the game is based around this fortitude of the physical and the grit and representing the highest, what it created was an unintended character creation process where you should, if you wanted to play right or optimized or optimally, then you therefore have to have 1 high stat in a mental and 1 high stat in a physical, so that you could have your fortitude and grit, or what is currently called physical and mental saves. You had to do that, right? You had to do that, and you had to put a 3 in one of them and a 2 in the other, or vice versa. And then you had to choose your save mastery in them, and it just really put too many forced choices, which robs you of choices in character creation. And so I'm like, okay, no, that was unintended. No, I did not. No. So now here's what's happened. This is gone. This is gone. And this is what it's going to look like. We're going to have a 25, 25, 25, and 25. Whoa, 200. What? That's going to be kind of how things are looking as far as the overall balance go. There are 4 saves now in DC20. Might, agility, intelligence, charisma. Super smooth, super simple, and it actually unlocks a lot of really cool things. Now, there still is the category of physical saves. That's still a category. It's much more obvious now. A physical save is a might or agility save. So as far as game mechanics go, if the game ever says make a physical save, it's just you get to choose between might or agility. If one of those is higher, you're still good, right? So that concept still exists. I do like that concept, right? But this is just so much, it's just so clean. It's just so clean, right? I got chills. That's how much of a nerd I am and how much I love DC20. I get chills talking about rule changes. Anyway, so this is how it's going to work here, but there's some really cool stuff now, because now in character creation, you can truly choose any 2, because in DC20, you get to choose 2 saving throws to gain mastery in, and you can pick 2. But previously, if you chose might and agility, because you're this barbarian and you're just dumb as hell and you don't care about nothing and you're just might and agility, baby, and you're just the super stereotypical barbarian, it would be bad. It would be dumb of you to choose might and agility, because now you're tanking one of your 2 mental stats, which would therefore tank your mental save, which would therefore then a lot of saves in the game you're going to be screwed for, which that feels super bad. And I want to have this open character creation. So now you can truly choose you can truly put your stats anywhere. You can put, and side note update is the new standard array, instead of 3, 1, 0, -1, the new standard array is 3, 1, 0, -2, and you get 2 points now instead of 1 point to put wherever you want. So you're going to have a -2 in the standard array. You can cancel it out with, you get 2 points now. You can put 1 point in there, cancel it out, go back to normal. But I really like throwing in the why. What are you good at? What's your 3 going in? And what's that -2 going in? Anyway, another little a sneak peek there. But there's the spread as far as how that looks. You're still going to be able to save physical save for all the stuff, especially martial maneuvers. If you're trying to avoid being knocked prone, and all the martial maneuvers still do physical saves, which is just might or agility, choose the higher. And I do like the category of physical and mental, because it is clean as far as saying make a physical save instead of having to say make a might or agility save. Your choice, right? It streamlines that a little bit. But there are now 4 saves in DC20. But there's also some really cool things that I want to foreshadow here that we get to do now. This opens up really cool save combos of that choice. So I'm gonna blow your minds with this one. Maybe hold person. I'm going to throw this to you as a little quiz here. We're also, side note, mini timeout in the middle of a live stream right now. We do these every single Tuesday at 8:30 Central Standard Time. If you want to swing by, come and hang out. The live streams have been popping off. I do giveaways every single one, and we can unlock. Yeah, it's super fun, and the chat's going crazy right now. So I just wanted to throw that. Come on, come hang out. Let's go. So anyway, I wanted to pause because that whole person. What would that save be? What would you do for a whole person? Which of the 4? I would love for you to pause the video or think about what that save would be. And maybe you're right. Maybe you could come up with a spell that stops you in your tracks. I would say, here we go, drum roll. It's a might or charisma save, your choice. I think that's sick. I think it's so cool and so perfectly fitting for a hold person, something that's broken and all this stuff, and it doesn't, it's fun, not fun and all these things. But if you can land a hold person and it's a might or charisma, your choice, that's sick, because might represents your body. Big, huge, massive creatures would be hard to hold, right? Hold monster, whatever. It'd be hard to hold that person. They're so strong, to be able to lock them down, it'd be hard to do. But at the same time, that lich, that spellcaster, that the charisma of your soul, the force of will, your force forward, you could also break through the spell in that way too, because you're unstoppable, baby. Charisma. So I love that so much. It's so cool, right? And I also could see a chronomancy's time slow version of this, where you're trying to like warp time and slow them down. Yes, chronomancy is a school, spell school in DC20, and I would love to see it, and that would be an agility save. Oh, sick. Agility, speed, quickness, reflexes. That's the opposite of that. And it's stopping that, and you could break through that and not let that happen, right? So I think that's really cool too. And it opens up, it just lets spells and traps and effects and monster stuff. It's just so cool. I love it. Also, another little glimpse here. Blind. Something so simple as blind. If you open up with these 4 saves, a might blind, a sleep type paralysis type of situation where your body is being affected and slow and slept in some way. You have to fight it off, and you're so strong. It also could be blind from a blinding light of some sort of caster holding up a rod of some holy light about to flash out, and it's agility save to quickly block and shade your eyes. A charisma save where it's like some sort of curse and your eyes black over and black swirls fill your eyes. You can't even see. It's like a curse. Charisma save. You can't even see anymore. All of this is for blind, but just wildly different descriptions for a blind spell effect. And then there's illusion blinds. An illusion blind would be you have illusory spells cast and everything you see is illusions. You can't see anything. You're just swirling. Nothing's real. Everything's fake. And it's in a blind effect from an illusion save, an intelligence save, right? So anyway, I think that's super cool. And we're not done here, because it also opens up something really cool, and a foreshadowing of a game mechanic in DC20 of, let's say you're on a bridge, a super skinny, sketchy bridge, and there's a boulder rolling down the super skinny, sketchy bridge, rolling down all the way, right? It's coming down, and I'm the dungeon master. Here it goes. Boulder's rolling down. What are you guys doing? It's going to be a might save or agility save, your choice. But it changes, but it's different. If you fail, the fail state conditions will be different for a might save and agility save. They could be. They don't have to be. It could be very simple, and it's the easy route, and the most case scenario will be it's one save fail. I don't want y'all to think it's going to always be complicated with branching saves. I think this is just a really cool trap effect, a layer action, whatever. The ball's rolling down, might save or agility save, your choice. Depending on your choice, different things will happen. So if you choose a might save and fail, you tried to brace yourself. You represent yourself of how you're going to save yourself in this situation. I'm mighty. I'm blocking this boulder. Boom. And you get hit by it. If you fail, you're falling prone and taking some damage, right? And then if you agility save, you're trying to dodge out of the way. Ha! If you fail that save, you're falling off the side of the edge and you're taking fall damage. And now it's a whole new ball game, right? You're in a different location. So maybe you want to be in a different location. Maybe tactically you want to choose to do the agility save, so you dive off the side, right? You see where I'm going with this? Hold up, time out, future dungeon coach here. I'll throw this out as well. I'm about to release the 0.5 alpha at the time of filming this video, and it's about to be live right now. But I wanted to also throw out there something that won't show up in the 0.5 alpha, having to do with saves, but give some future worries put out for a lot of stuff here having to do with saves. One of the things I've seen brought up on Discord, lots of great community and talk has been going on there, is the potential of characters at higher levels being absolutely screwed when it comes to not having saves. And at the beginning of the game, you have 2 saving throws, and then 2 saving throws that you have mastery in, and the other 2 you don't. And over time, if you get to a levels 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and higher, you're absolutely screwed on those 2 other saves if you don't have combat mastery in it, since it's adding half your level. So that's 100% a known thing and a known issue. One of the ways we're going to be handling that is at level 5, you get all of your class features. And one of those things that every single class will grant, some more than others, is going to be a third save mastery, that you get to pick another one. So then you have your 2 at the beginning of the game, and at level 5 you get a third one, right? And then yes, at level 10 you get a 4th one. So you will will finally have save mastery in all 4 saves, which is going to feel really good and makes a lot of sense for an adventurer that's been out and tested and battle tested. You have save mastery. Now, if you have very, very low stats still, it's still going to be a rough time. If you have a -2 or -1 in a stat, it's still not going to be the highest number, but at least you get your combat mastery added in there to help you out a little bit. There are also going to be other ways to get save mastery, like things from ancestries and stuff like that, and you can get some other bonuses, and there's going to be some creative ways to do that too. But I just want to throw that out there for any sort of concerns towards higher levels. And I'd also say in general, the game balance's focus is on what is currently released. So right now it's only levels 1 and 2, and then when we release 3 and 4, it's all going to be continuously looked at as we look towards the future to balance the high levels and low levels, the whole entire game. But that's it for now. Just want to throw that update to you. Okay, this is the very bright future of saves in DC20, and this is also the cool part that we are in right now of the feedback and the cool stuff. And all right, cool, like saves. And whenever we're making this game, it's just so much, you know, it's such a big task to do, honestly. And I want to get it out to you guys. We got it out to you guys, and there was some confusion on physical and mental saves, and we went down that rabbit hole and was like, you know what, really? Do we need them? And is the game better off without them? And the answer is yeah. It's just super freaking cool. And I could go on and on about it, but that is the new update for saves in DC20. Let me know if you like these little update videos. Let me know if you want to rather them just be in one big package deal. Either way, you're going to get that one big package deal whenever the 0.5 releases. And from the launch date of when this video goes live, it should be about 2 or so weeks away from when that goes live. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm going to be keeping you guys posted the whole time. So stay creative. Think outside the box. Peace.